Yo. What's up, guys? I am John, co host of the Formula Podcast. And, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are we doing? So, look, what I want to get into. Apparently, nobody can afford housing in America, anywhere in America, on minimum wage. So, found this article on jacobinmag.com, and it states the answer then to the question of what full-time work gets you these days is bleak, as the National Low Income Housing Coalition's new report explains. It's now quite literally impossible for all but a very few working full-time for 40 hours a week to afford even modest one-bedroom apartment. Using a statistic it calls the housing wage, the organization's calculations estimate what a full-time worker has to earn in order to make rent without spending more than 30% of their gross monthly income on housing costs. In 2021, it estimates workers would have to earn an average of $24.90 an hour to rent a two-bedroom home and $20.40 an hour to rent a one-bedroom. As a result, it's impossible to afford even a single-bedroom suite on the minimum wage in 93% of America's counties. God damn! Two-bedroom accommodations? Forget about it. Well, here it says basically out of the question. So there you have it. Minimum wage. If you're on minimum wage, you cannot afford a single bedroom suite in 93% of America's counties. 93%. That's basically the whole country. So if y'all haven't kind of figured out yet, I support an increase to the minimum wage. Word on the streets is that this is the longest we've gone without an increase to minimum wage. And I know there's a Fight for 15 movement happening in regards to minimum wage. At this point, it's not enough. According to this report, you need $20.40 an hour to afford a one-bedroom rental. So I believe in $20 minimum wage, but there are some concerns, and people are worried about inflation, and people really worried about small businesses and how that's going to affect small businesses. So my thing is, I think we could find other ways to help small businesses. We could find ways to kind of like lower their cost, the cost of business, the cost of doing business. We find ways to lower the cost of doing business in regards to small businesses. Then I think they'll be able to finagle a way to pay their employees $15 to $20 an hour. Some companies they already have starting wages well above $7.25, but a good portion of this country, they are making $7 to $8 an hour. There are major companies that still start at $7 to $8 an hour. My niece said that like everywhere in the mall, anywhere you work in the mall, it's starting at $8 an hour, $9 an hour. So, and we're talking about multi-billion-dollar companies or multi-million-dollar companies. So, man, that is staggering. That is staggering. If you're on minimum wage, you cannot afford a one bedroom in 93% of America's counties. 93%. That is absolutely insane. It's insane to me. But you guys let me know how you feel about this. I mean, you guys let me know. Should there be an increase in minimum wage? Some people have different ideas what minimum wage is supposed to do, what it's supposed to, the role of minimum wage. But if you work full time in this country, you should be able to afford housing. If you work full time, chances are you're not a full time student. Excuse me. Chances are you're not a full time student. Chances are you're older. Chances are you're older than 16, 17. So this idea of a starter job or whatever that people like to throw out there. I don't think it applies to full-time workers. I think most people who work full-time are 18 or older. They're out of high school. So, man, that's crazy, right? And it's not even just affecting minimum wage earners. People who earn more than minimum wage are still affected by this because you got to make 20 an hour to afford a one bedroom. You gotta make $24.90 an hour to afford a two bedroom. If you're single, and I'm guessing if you're single with no kids, that's what this is about. So, man, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what's up. Y'all let me know. Do you support an increase in minimum wage? If so, how much? Are you concerned about small businesses? I know that is a major concern, and that is a legitimate concern. That is a legitimate concern. But at the same time, this is capitalism, man. This is capitalism. You're not, the government, the government is not here to hold your hand through the whole process of your small business. The government it's not the government's responsibility to make sure that your business is successful. So I think it is the government's responsibility to protect employees. I think it is the government's responsibility to protect employees, not necessarily the employer. So, workers' rights, labor rights, things of that nature. So, and the government already does that. So y'all let me know what's up. I read this. I'm like, holy black Jesus. If you earn minimum wage, you basically can't afford housing in this country. That's basically what it is. So I support, increase the minimum wage. I support $20 minimum wage. Some of you guys might think that's a little too steep. That's a little too much. That's a bit much. Y'all let me know. So that's all I've got for now. Follow us on Instagram at The Formula Production. Follow us on Twitter at The Formula Pro. Follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and Castbox. And till next time, faith, dream, hustle, repeat. Deuces.